A little bit of a product review look thing today. This is the new Hornady, so how you say Hornady? Hornady Auto Charge Pro powder measure. These sit around 700 bucks, and they had a previous model which was okay, pretty mixed results from people. This is meant to be a good upgrade, so I'm going to get into this one, and I don't know if you can see, but right next to us is a Autotrickler. So Plushie's been kind enough to bring that in. We're going to run the two side by side and see whether it's worth going from 700 bucks to 2,000 plus. And maybe set up the other thing. Oh, look out. There you go, that's flash. That's worth paying for. Looks pretty. So let's see if it works. Plug it in. Oh, wow. All sorts of bits. All right, we'll adapt and overcome. This hasn't come with an Australian power plug, but we do have one sitting there for the Charge Master. Yeah. All right, well, that's the unit. It's a lot more compact than the last one they had. It's leveling feet on there. Looks all right, I guess. And that is the unit. So I'm gonna get it plugged in, get it warmed up, and we're gonna compare this across to the Charge Master. No, what is it called? Autotrickler. We're gonna compare it to the Autotrickler. Running 2213SC, that's correct. Alright, settings are normal. Let's take this off. Let's do a calibration. Hit target, type in 40, hit enter, and put that in there. Things are right. You got some things to put these in, Plushie?
That's what I'm thinking.
Alrighto. Well, let's bring him in here, Plushie. How are you, mate? Come and join us. So you've got one of these very fancy Autotricklers.
I do.
And you paid a lot of money for it. No. Okay,
Yeah,
you stole it.
I definitely did.
You stole it. Okay, great. So we're just gonna see how this will go, and then you'll line up the drinks. Just pass the time.
We're doing shots.
Shots. All right, should be a good video. So you're suggesting we put this in here?
Well, since we don't have two power adapters, I think we're gonna have to.
Yeah, that's disappointing. It doesn't come with one. I would have thought.
Surprising.
If you buy one from Projectile Warehouse, they'll come with one because I'll go make sure they do. All right, we'll fill these 5 up, put them on there, and see how consistent they are. Yeah.
Hopefully, we can get the powder out of there. That's not gonna come. Glasses might have been a better choice.
Glass might be. And now that we've reset with a more reliable substance, and let's see how we go. Number 1. 7.7. That was a lot quicker.
Let's do it
right,
again.
You ready?
Yeah.
Go. Right, I've pulled up at 39.4. Trickling the last bit. Come on. Come on. I want this to work because it's cheap. Alright, we were at
Dump it about 25.
25 seconds, including getting back on.
So I reckon 30-second average wouldn't be.
Alright, we've run out of glasses.
Yeah.
Let's change the power over. Let's have a look at the real fancy variant.
Alright, what about it?
Right, let's see if it's 40 grain.
You got a pen?
I'm about to get killed by a light.
Oh, that's a pretty good start. 40.02.
40.02.
If you stop talking, it'll go back to 40.02.
We don't have to write it down. Josh will just put it up here somewhere.
How good's that? Yeah. All right, next.
Next one.
39.96.
Stop breathing, mate. It'll go up to 40.
Oh, if I just push on that a little bit, it goes
that's
perfect now, yeah.
That's 39.96.
Yeah. ES of 0.06 at the moment.
Yep.
39.94. ES
Okay.
of 0.08.
0.08. Well, this is meant to do within 0.1.
Living up to that so far.
So far, it's within spec.
39.96.
Yeah. All right.
Ooh.
Whoa.
39.70. 76.
There was 1 grain left.
I'll put that, you can put that one in there if you like. 39.8. So, but that's the difference between $700
Absolutely.
and over $2,000 is the
Extreme spread works out to 0.24.
grain. It's a bit of a tricky one because it's a very small sample size.
Extremely small.
We're talking a standard deviation probably of 0.1 is what they would advertise, and standard deviation and extreme spread are two very different things.
They are. 39.936 was the average.
Yeah, it's within 0.1 of your target weight.
Does what it says on the box.
Yeah.
Is that good enough for you?
For me, no.
For you, no.
That's why I bought one of these. And these things do within 0.2 of a grain, 0.02 of a grain.
Do you know how much that would affect you in terms of hitting targets?
At the ranges at, sub 600, 700, 800 metres?
Yep.
No.
No.
Unless you're shooting at 1 MOA targets, no.
Okay.
But if you're trying to eliminate variables from your shooting, then
It's another factor.
it's the whole that principle of diminishing returns. If you want the highest level of performance, you're paying a lot of money for a very small gain.
Yep. As plus you said, that is a really small sample size. We've done 5 charges in 1 powder, 1 weight across that, and we literally pulled this out the box. But that gives you a quick little indication on spending $700 versus nearly 3 times the price.
Yeah, there's definitely ways that you can make that more accurate as well. Because you've only got resolution of 0.1 of a grain.
Yep.
That is, each kernel of 2213 weighs about 0.02 of a grain.
Okay.
So you're talking 5 grains of powder, the resolution. But if you were to throw that to 39.9
Yes.
and you have a hand trickle,
And triple the last
and then
little
you
bit.
trickle the grains, kernels of powder, sorry. When you go from 39.9, as soon as it ticks over to 40.0, you stop trickling.
Yep.
So you could hand trickle up and it would be far more accurate.
Okay.
I ran a test with my Charge Master when I bought this, over 50 rounds, so it was a decent sample size.
Yep.
So
Yes.
about the same as what we had here actually.
Yep.
But by setting it lower and hand trickling up, my ES dropped to 0.1 of a grain.
Yeah, okay. And so this is still doing the majority of the work.
Just dropping the last 2 or 3 kernels of powder in.
Okay.
Slows it down a little bit, but if you're trying to get some accuracy without spending this amount of money.
We could slow this down as well. It'd take longer, but it's going to be a little bit more accurate as well.
Yeah, I think it would.
Yeah, wind that speed down as well. Can you show us this running at full, all its glory, trying to do 40, and how long does that take? Tell me when I'm hitting start. When you put it back on?
Hang on, calm down. I haven't pushed the start button yet. You gotta push the
That's
start
right, remember,
button
this
and
thing
the start
takes
button.
forever to get ready.
You gotta make sure it's level, and you gotta
That's
tune
right.
the trick.
Stop moving, Maxwell, all right?
Right, it still keeps breathing and it keeps adjusting the weight.
Never talk again.
All right, I'll run the first one, and when I put the cup back in on the first one, you can push the start button, eh? Now keep your hand over your mouth, it's much better.
14 seconds, so it's quite a bit faster.
Yeah.
I want to go there, but it's 3 times the price, so I'm not sure I'm quite there yet.
The scales themselves are only $1,000.
Oh, I'm so done.
So you're done. Yeah. You could. I did it for quite some time before I had the Autotrickler. I had a powder throw.
Yeah.
I had a hand trickle.
Yep.
I could get about 1 every 40 seconds out, and that was within 0.02 of a grain of accuracy.
You can rub one out in 40 secones.
Definitely can. Repeatedly.
Repeatedly. That's the more impressive part of it.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Thanks for coming in and coming to the wherever we are. The club kitchen. I'm going to play with this a little bit more. We're going to see if we can get this thing tuned a little bit better, and maybe we'll have a rematch one time.
No worries.
Good. That was a quick little look at the Hornady Auto Charge Pro. A little bit of a comparison to the Autotrickler. It was never going to be an amazing option compared to something that high end. But for the money it is, there's probably some promise here. Going to spend some time actually using it, report back on that, because there's one thing to run 5 charges with it and report on those results. There's another thing to use it for 3 months. So that's what I'm going to do. Load a bunch of rounds with this and let you guys know how it works out and whether or not it's worthwhile. Eventually, I'm sure I'll get an Autotrickler, but it's probably not in the budget at this stage. Right, stay tuned. That's it. Hornady, check it out. Catch you later. See ya. Sums up my rerun.